Hi there, students. To relate. To relate. So, to tell. He related the story of what happened. He related the events that had taken place, to give an account of, to tell. And then, as a different meaning, to establish a logical connection between two things. This scientific investigation shows how crime relates to poverty, the relationship between the two things, to show the causal connection. To have a relationship. So this bill relates to the services you received in June. To relate, to have a relationship, to interact, particularly with a person. The way he relates to children makes him a great favourite among them. Okay, the way a child relates to other children, or to relate, to respond favourably to. I can't relate to this type of music. I just don't understand it. To have sympathy for. The readers can easily relate to his character. Okay, so to relate a tale, to tell a story, to tell a story. I was looking for somebody to whom I could relate the whole story. Down and Out in Paris and London relates the story of living rough in both of those cities. If you can relate to somebody, you can understand how they feel. You understand how they behave. You're able to communicate with them. He's unable to relate to other people. When people are cut off and isolated, they lose the ability to relate to others. The way two things relate, it talks about the connection between them. How two things relate to each other. So, the amount of time that you spend at work and the amount of free time you have and the amount of money you have to spend are all related. They are interrelated. The language that we speak is related to the culture which uses that language. And culture and language are intimately related. I need to relate the way I feel to the actions that I take. The essay related political and economic views. So I know who did what when, but I don't understand how these things relate. If you relate to something, it concerns, this is related to the conversation we had last week. This relates to the details of how to open an account. These documents are related to your last will and testament. So connect, recount, link, associate, narrate. His remarks didn't relate to the topic that we were discussing. I don't understand how these two ideas relate to each other. Many adults can't relate to children. He's unable to relate to other people. I related my adventures to my family. She related the whole story vividly. She related how it happened. The two ideas are closely related to each other. He related what he had seen in the theory, in the theatre. Much of the crime in this area is related to drug abuse. Are these two things related? Are you related to John? Are you a relation? Is there a blood relationship? She relates her childhood experiences. Okay, so to relate, to connect, to associate, to understand, to narrate. So to show or establish a connection between two or more things. Can you relate these two things, the relationship between them? To tell a story or a series of events. To narrate, he related the story. To understand or empathize with someone. I can relate to what you are telling me. This study aims to relate economic factors to social outcomes, a connection. Storytelling. He related his experiences. Empathy. I can relate to your feelings because I've felt in the same way. The teacher related the lesson to real life situations. I found it hard to relate to these people because my life was so different to theirs. Okay, so relate comes from Latin, relatus, from refero, to carry back, to report. Okay, so relate, to relate, interrelate, co-relate. Anyway, formality, relate, 5 informality, use anywhere. So, relate. Bye for now.